Good afternoon. This is the writing strategy prompt for a personal narrative. So, for the topics of background information, writing integration process, and reflection questions. Okay. So, in this hypothetical, my content area is still physical education. Grade level is probably sixth or seventh grade. My main topic of this daily lesson plan will be goal setting and self reflection and personal fitness. So, to introduce it to the students, I might say for this lesson, students are working on setting personal fitness goals and reflecting on their progress. So, in that class, we might be talking about learning how to read their heart monitor or taking their heart rate or endurance and strength, and then the lesson encourages students to think about how their physical skills connect to their personal motivation and mindset. So then integrating their writing process, I would probably say to engage my students in personal or narrative writing, I'm having them complete a short reflective journal. So then the prompt might be like write about a time that you overcame a physical or a mental challenge. So that might be in PE, that might be in sports, that might be outside of school, it might even be in the classroom. The goal is to help them make connections between perseverance in real life and perseverance in fitness. So after that, they'll probably write a personal goal for the unit. Something realistic but challenging. So I might not write, I'm going to keep practicing football so I go in the NFL. Now, I'm not saying that that's not a reasonable goal for my babies. I'm just saying Coach Kelly cannot make that happen by the end of this semester. You know what I'm saying? So by doing this, they're not just learning about physical fitness, but also using writing to deepen their self-awareness and their sense of purpose. So I'll model how to write a strong reflection by sharing my own examples. I love storytelling. I might tell them about how I trained for a 5K and how I stayed motivated even when the progress was slow, or how I kept running even though it was starting to get cold and my feet started to hurt. Very truthful. Then my reflection questions might sound like, one of the biggest strengths of using personal or narrative writing in PE is that it gives students space to think critically about their own experience. It keeps them connected academically and to their physical goals, because I might make a goal and totally forget about it. So now I'm incorporating my real life and my emotions. It also allows me to better understand their motivations and their challenges. Why was this hard? Why were they upset? Why didn't they do so well? Which can help me tailor feedback or support more efficiently and effectively. So it's just something to think about. What worries me? I have a concern that some students might feel uncomfortable sharing personal experiences, especially if they face challenges that they don't want to talk about or they don't want other people to know about. I also worry about, in PE, we already have limited minutes for physical activity. So integrating writing means I need to be strategic about when and how to fit it in. So for my students that are not confident in writing, sitting down and writing a 10-minute entry, to them it's going to take 30 minutes. They got to quiet their mind. They got to figure out what they're writing while everyone else is zooming through it. So I know their confidence is down. But I can't just not write the paper because their confidence is down. So integrating writing means I have to be strategic. If I know this kid needs more time, I got to start earlier. Or I need to allow them to do it outside of class. My plan is to keep the writing short and reflective, and to make sure that students know it's about self-growth, not grading their grammar or spelling, because that's not what I went to school for. And although I do enjoy writing, I don't think I could critique like nitty-gritty with a red pen. This is my thoughts on your questions. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.